Hello everyone. Sorry, I didn't realize my mic was on. I was trying to get everything set up in my DAZN. So, thank you everybody for coming back. What's up, Neil the Security? Scott F in the house, D Brown 7, Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz Jr. Looks like we missed a crazy fight earlier. The female fight. I didn't even see the winner. I seen part of it because I was just tuning in to see where we were at on DAZN. I don't know if anybody was watching it, though. You had a 13-0 Irish girl, Olympic gold medalist with 3 world championship belts. I think WBO, WBC, and possibly IBF. She's facing a girl that was like 43-1. And the great benefactor coming through greatly already with the donation. Thank you very much, sir. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Seven in the house. When will it start? They're doing promo, like preview right now. So I don't know if there's one more fight before, or if the main card is up next. But the main card has been on since 5:30. There's already been a couple fights. I needed a nap after UFC Stockholm and being up for a ridiculous amount of time. Should I watch the fights from earlier? Good show. I don't know, Seven. Oh, Callum Smith. Wow, I didn't know Callum Smith was fighting tonight. Great super middleweight. Callum Smith versus Hassan Nadam. That's a great surprise for the WBA Super Middleweight Championship. That's coming up right now. Actually, they are entering the ring as we speak. So if you're on DAZN, out of Cameroon, two-time Olympian, two-time world champion Hassan Nadam making his way to the ring right now. I talk about a decorated fighter. And he comes down to the champ is here. Gotta love that song. And a little late, but thank you for the donation, benefactor. Get the applause going, and the unemployed Mara Yamasaki is in the house. It was funny. I thought I was going to have Mario Yamasaki on the show because there's a guy with a Mario Yamasaki account on Twitter. And he's got thousands of followers. He's freaking hilarious. And apparently, unless it really is the Mario Yamasaki and he didn't want to be on the show, he says he's not the real Mario Yamasaki, that it was a spoof account. I thought that would be pretty funny, though. But he's the guy who actually tweeted, if he dies, he dies. I really didn't think that that was actually Mario Yamasaki, but the guy is a bit strange. Gustav said, greetings from England. I'm doing great, Habib. How are you doing, man? Hope to get a lot of English people in here today. Anthony Smith was definitely hungry. Really surprised me, man. Denise Huey in the house. Hey, thanks for coming in. Great to see you, Denise. Long time follower of Fights of Friends. A lot of you guys have been on here for a while, and I got a little bit of a confession. 29 people watching. Thank you very much. Anybody who is new, everybody, please hit that like button for one thing. Help promote me on YouTube. I just watched, took some training, and they talked about how getting your videos promoted and recommended on YouTube, which is the fastest way to grow, is by getting likes and interactions, which means comments on other videos out there. And then, of course, subscriptions. Thank you, Denise. I was feeling a bit embarrassed, actually, when I looked at my subscriber plateau today, though, because I had actually tweeted on, I believe it was April 14th, that I hit 5,000 subscribers. I was very motivated. I think I got about 800 subscribers in the last month because I had made myself a goal. Since then, I've only gotten 140 subscribers in almost 2 months. So I think I got a little lazy. Smith is a 25-1 favorite tonight. Yes, please. I would put a couple bucks on the two-time Olympian, WBA super middleweight champion Callum Smith. Although he is a two-time Olympian, I don't know how hard it is to make the Olympic team, I should say, out of Cameroon. Nothing against Cameroon. It may be very hard. I just don't know anything about him. Cornell from Wellingborough, England, says Colonel Mason. Thank you, Mason. Thanks, Abi, for being in. And thank you for the support, guys. Joshua for the win. I just wonder how long it'll be for the knockout. And Adam from Malin. There was a long commercial, but you're worth it, Mike. Hey, thank you for watching that. I appreciate it. Adam helping me get paid. That is a donation, guys. Whenever you guys watch one of those commercials, the advertiser actually pays a minimum of 10 cents. Doesn't sound like a lot. Definitely adds up. 55 cents of every dollar comes to Fights with Friends. 45 cents goes back to Google for putting us up here on YouTube. And then they help us out, of course, a lot with the super chat. I get most of that money, so I'm appreciative for YouTube. Hassan Nadam, 37 wins, 3 losses, 21 knockouts. I wish I'd have known more about this guy. I'm sure Callum Smith is likely to win this fight, but 25-1? You just don't see those. He is the reigning WBC silver super middleweight champion, Hassan Nadam. So that's kind of like an intercontinental belt, I guess. PR says Joshua wins, but Ruiz is legit. Andy Ruiz Jr. Only has 1 loss in his entire career, and it was against a WBO championship. This is his 2nd time he's challenged for the title. Out of Liverpool, England, for all the English fans, 25 wins, 0 losses, 18 knockouts. He is one of 4 Fighting Smith brothers and one of the prides of Liverpool, England. He is the WBC Super Middleweight Champion of the world, Callum Mundo Smith. This is a great surprise. Anybody who has the DAZN, definitely try to watch this. It looks like there are no more free trials possibly for the DAZN. I was trying to figure it out to try to get you guys a free trial and a link. It looks like those are done for now because maybe nobody was paying for it. I don't know. But so how they're doing it now is if you want to do it month by month on the DAZN, it's $19.99 a month, or you can pay $100 for a year. Being that they've already signed fighters Anthony Joshua, Canelo Alvarez, and Triple G, and then most of the Bellators being on the DAZN now. I think they're all on here. Just a lot of them are exclusively on the DAZN. All right, here we go, guys. Callum Smith versus Hassan Nadam for the WBA Super Middleweight Championship of the world. If you're watching along, Callum Smith in the red trunks, Nadam in the black and white. Snip already snapping Nadam's head back with that long jab. Oh, nice left hook from Nadam, though. Upstairs, right hook to the body from Callum Smith. Thank you. Oh, nice right hook there from Callum Smith. Thank you for the nice turnout this morning for an early UFC show. The early show started at 10 a.m. Pacific. Oh, nice right hook to the body from Nadam and a left hook up top from Nadam. I'll tell you, 25-1. I wish I would have known Nadam was that big of an underdog. I mean, I'd have probably dropped $20 on it. And nice right hand to the body there from Callum Smith and a left hook upstairs from Nadam. Great defense by Smith, though. He blocks most of that. Like, what's the MMA event later on tonight? It is Ryzen 16. We will talk about that even more later. Former UFC veteran Darian Caldwell is a featured bout. Several Ryzen champions will be in action, including undefeated kickboxing champion Tenshin Nasukawa. Of course, his only loss in that exhibition bout that didn't count against Floyd Mayweather. Nice jab and a right hook there from Nadam. 2 minutes into the first round here. Nice right hook up top there from Callum Smith. What's up, Quincy Pinot in the house? And for those of you that want to watch Ryzen 16 tonight, anybody who wants a lot of trivia tonight, they have kind of a halftime show over on Ryzen. Some of you may know about it. Nice right hook to the body there from Callum Smith. We will be having a long trivia contest during that intermission. Oh, big left hook from Callum Smith, and Nadam is down. He is on the floor. And he is stumbling, fumbling, crumbling with 15 seconds left here in the first round. 10 seconds left. And it looks like he will weather the storm. Oh, double left hook and a right hand from Callum Smith. And Nadam is down once again. Oh, they're going to say no knockdown. They're going to say the round was over. May have been somewhat of a trip, but Nadam is barely going to make it to the second round. I guess that's why he was a 25-1 favorite. Or 25-1 underdog. All right, looking in Nadam's corner there to show the trainer, the cut man, and the assistant trainers. No familiar names. Oh, wow. What a counter left check hook off of a jab from Nadam. What fast hands from Callum Smith and beautiful precision right on the eye. Wow. Nadam threw a left hook. Callum Smith blocked it. He waited for the next jab, and then in between, he caught him with a counter left hook off a jab. That is skill. And here comes the pride of Liverpool, England, Callum Smith like a bull going into this second round. Coming off flooring Nadam at the end of the first round. And he is coming through fearless now. Double jab now from Callum Mundo Smith. Oh, nice left hook from Nadam and another left hook up top. Oh, big counter left hook from Callum Smith. And Nadam touches the canvas again. One punch from Callum Smith and one knockdown already here in the second round. That was power and precision personified. From Callum Smith, right hook to the body and double left jab from Nadam, but a left hook up top from Callum Smith and a right hook. Another left hook, right uppercut ripped from Nadam. Double jab there from Callum Mundo Smith and a right hook upstairs. Double left hook from Smith. Right hook to the body, they exchange shots. Double left hook from Callum Smith. He wastes no punches. Damn, this guy is good. A 1-2 there from Nadam, but a left uppercut there from Callum Smith. Rips a double, actually. Misses the second one. Jab and a brutal right hook to the body there from Callum Smith. Left and right hooks upstairs. This looks like it's just a matter of time. Right hook to the body there from Nadam, and he clinches with 1:20 left here in the second round. He is definitely on fire. All right, 1:10 left. Right hook upstairs and a left uppercut lands from Nadam, but a left hook lands from Callum Smith, and Nadam almost goes down again. Right hook to the body from Smith. Another straight right from Smith and a combination from Nadam, but his punches are not doing the damage that Callum Smith's are. Straight left lands for Nadam. It looks like he may make it through a second round. 45 seconds left here in the second. What's up, CJ Smith? Thank you very much. If you guys are here from Twitter, let me know. Michael Pauly's been working very hard on that. Nice jab from Callum Smith. Snaps back the head of Nadam. I feel Ruiz is going to take Joshua into deep waters tonight. That would be awesome. What's up, Jason C. and Denise Hewley? Great boxing. And the final 10 seconds now of the second round. Another big straight right lands for Callum Smith. And Nadam's going to hold on And he's going to make it through yet another round. 2 rounds and 2 knockdowns for Callum Smith. Callum Mundo Smith. Hopefully it's a great fight, says Mario. I didn't see the head bandage on there at first, Denise. I thought that was like a frowny face. I was like, what happened? Yeah, I really hope it's a great fight. Just a couple fights back, the last time Anthony Joshua really stepped up in competition was against Joshua Parker. This is the first time he went the distance. By the way, that trivia question, nobody got that earlier today. Joshua Parker, the only fighter ever to go the distance with Anthony Joshua. We'll see if Andy Ruiz Jr. can become the second. But it's another step up in competition for Anthony Joshua. He has been very successful, but also very protected, in my opinion. Triple jab from Callum Smith to start this 3rd round. And Nadam has been scrubbing the canvas here in these first 2 rounds. Jump left hook, lands for Nadam, and a straight right and a left hook to the body. Coming up next, Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz Jr. for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the world. A right hook and a double left hook lands for Callum Smith. He is power and precision personified tonight. Another straight left there for Callum Smith. Through 2 rounds, landing in a 34% accuracy rate. And probably about a 70% accuracy rate on his power shots. Oh, nice left hook and right uppercut there from Nadam. He is definitely jabbing a right hook from Nadam. He is definitely giving it everything he's got. But Smith might just be too powerful. Big right hook and a left hook upstairs from Cal. Left uppercut and a left hook to the body from Smith. Another left uppercut straight right from Callum Mundo Smith. Oh, and a great counter right there from Nadam. And a straight left snaps back to the head of Smith. Left hook to the body, left hook upstairs from Smith. And Nadam comes back with a jab and a right hook to the body. Excuse me. Big right hook from Nadam. He is having a great round here. Minute 15 seconds left of the 3rd round. What an incredible comeback this would be if Nadam could somehow come back and win the championship here tonight after going down twice early. Right hook to the body, to the head, back to the body from Nadam. And he is having a pretty good round. Great flurry there from Nadam and great head movement. This is an big right uppercut lands there for Callum Smith, though. And a right hand snaps back the head of Nadam. There was just too big of a power difference. Right uppercut from Smith. Left hook to the body and a right hook upstairs. Combination from Nadam and a left hook from Smith and a jab. The bad news for Nadam is when he throws punches, he leaves counter shot opportunities for Callum Smith. And Smith has taken advantage of those. Oh, big right hand from Callum Smith! And I was just going to say this is the first round that Nadam has not been knocked down. And with 12 seconds left, Callum Smith floors Nadam with a thunderous right. You could hear that across the stadium. And it is all over. That sounded like a broken jaw. Callum Smith, 3 knockdowns in 3 rounds. And the knockout with less than 10 seconds left in the 3rd round. Amazing performance by Callum Smith. Said Shorter played for the Bulls. Oh, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. Oh, you see my tag in the back? Sticking out there. Thank you. Thank you, Carsey. That's extra points. That's extra points in trivia. No. Good observation, sir. And thank you for the donations from the last stream and this $2 stream. From now on, well, at least for now, at least for the next month, this last month and next month, I'm going to start parlaying my YouTube earnings and betting them on fighters now that I've started to bet on DraftKings. I cannot have them as a sponsor because Washington State doesn't allow it. But I would still check them out. If you're looking to figure out what the odds are on parlays, props, and things like that, absolute easiest way to do it is through DraftKings. Hey, hello there in Aussie. Thanks for coming in. Carsey, appreciate you. Nigel in the house. Great Saturday. Glad to get some boxing and fights of friends. My day in town. Good to have you here, man. Arcade Chaos in the house. Long time like Molly Hatchet. Great tune. Did Joshua R.I.P. apart that beanbag chair yet? No, Zoltan. That fight is next. Callum Smith just destroyed a two-time Olympian from Cameroon. Saddam Nadam. Callum Smith wants to fight Canelo Alvarez. Triple G fights next week on DAZN. If he wins that fight, Canelo says they will be next. And then I'm sure Callum Smith would like the winner of that fight because he is the WBC Super Middleweight Champion. Callum Mundo Smith. And I'm going to be honest, I think he would have a great shot against those guys because he is a world-class fighter and he would have a big size advantage because he's a natural super middleweight. 2 minutes and 56 seconds of the third round. He left this in suspense with just 4 seconds left in the third round. They got the knockout. Joshua versus Ruiz is like the before versus after. Nice. I wonder how big of an underdog Andy Ruiz is tonight. Now remember, Andy Ruiz Jr., he is a late replacement opponent for Baby Mac Miller. Baby Miller failed more drug tests in like 2 weeks than John Jones has in an entire life. And there's the CompuBox stats. Callum Smith landed 50 shots, mostly power shots, in less than 3 rounds. Hassan Nadam just 12. Callum Smith landing at a 37% accuracy rate, but probably around 60% at least on power shots. Where is the fight? I don't remember. Is this Madison Square Garden? Thank you, PR. I literally just tuned in 30 minutes ago and I hadn't seen them say yet. There is such fire coming our way, though. Like I said, Ryzen, guys, Ryzen tonight at 9:20 p.m. Pacific, basically almost right after this. And Michael Polly or Billy, if you're in the house, always bet 10-1. Were you guys able to get your free Ryzen pay-per-view? I'm curious. I hope you were. If not, let's try to make sure and get you that there. Now, that is the code. If you go to fight.tv or go to the app on your phone. I think you may have to go to the app on your phone. That may be the issue. I know Billy got his $10. So here's the deal with Fight TV. Go to fight.tv. Put in that code. That will get you a $10 credit toward tonight's Rizin pay-per-view or any pay-per-view on Fight TV. They have cards. They have cards all the time for $5-6. It may not have been a card that you're real familiar with, but Brave will be on there sometimes. That's like $6. And Arcade Chaos in the house with the $3 donation. Thank you very much, Arcade Chaos. And like I said, since I'm going to be betting this week's ad revenue and super chat revenue on fights, I invite your guys' suggestions for what fights and what cards to bet on. Congratulations, Zoltan. Zoltan, he picked Anthony Smith today and took the casinos to the cleaners. Anthony Smith, of course, choking out Alexander Gustafsson in the 4th round. Alexander Gustafsson retiring from the Ultimate Fighting Championship today after a brilliant performance from Anthony Smith. Gustafsson had a great round after somewhat of a lackluster first 2 rounds. And then Anthony Smith got the back in the 4th round and did not relent. Ruiz plus 900. That's really not that huge of odds. As big a name as Anthony Joshua is with a heavyweight strap around his belt, I know it sounds really big for MMA odds, but for championship boxing odds, 9-1's actually not that bad. Gus lost his gas. He did PR, and I think he lost his heart. It was very interesting. For sure. And guys, we had, for those of you that watched it, or that were in the poll, we had a poll on Fights with Friends on who we thought would win between Anthony Smith and Alexander Gustafsson. I'll tell you what, guys, I was definitely wrong because I bet on Gus. So 102 people voted. 28% of you picked Anthony Smith by finish. 9% picked Smith by decision. 36% picked Gus by finish. 23% picked Gustafsson by decision. So an overwhelming 59% picks Gustafsson. 4% of you picked a draw, no contest, or other result. So congratulations to Anthony Smith. Yeah, I picked against him. I was dead wrong. And I sent a message out to Anthony Smith's people congratulating him and invited him to come on the show. I hope he takes me up on it. That would be great. He seems like a great guy. And there is a legend there. They're interviewing on the DAZN mic one of the greatest of all time, Sugar Ray Leonard. I had the pleasure of meeting Sugar Ray Leonard. It's been almost 20 years ago. I was 21 years old, I believe, so 19 years ago. I had the pleasure of meeting Sugar Ray Leonard in Airway Heights, Washington, which nobody's probably ever heard of. It was on an Indian reservation casino, place called Legends Casino. But it was outdoor fights. Antonio Tarver fought that night, got knocked out in 102-degree temperature against Eric Harding. That was before he would beat Roy Jones Jr. later in his career. And then I remember that night I watched Angel Manfredi. I don't know how many of you know who that guy is. We became friends since then, though. I met him almost 20 years ago. One of the linear guys, never had a world championship belt, but had some of the Intercontinental Championships belts. Angel Manfredi. And he fought Lamar Murphy that night, defeated him. It's the first boxing match I ever went to. What's up, Harvey Higgins? It is next. So in a couple minutes, they are just burning some time talking to Sugar Ray Leonard. And I imagine they're going to give these guys a little bit of time because they told them about how much time it was going to be, I'm sure. Anthony Ruiz Jr. and Andy Ruiz Jr., and Anthony Joshua here from Madison Square Garden. They told them it would be a certain amount of time. 12-round scheduled bout before that between Callum Smith and Asim Nadam. Callum Smith took less than 3 rounds to end that one. So we might have a little bit of promo time in between, and they're showing replays of Anthony Joshua's biggest win, that knockout over Vladimir Klitschko. Also a big knockout over Alexander Povetkin. Probably his 2 biggest wins, and also some knockout highlights of his opponent, Andy Ruiz Jr. 60 fights between the two, just 1 loss between these 2 men. Andy Ruiz Jr.'s only loss was fights back when he challenged for the WBO Heavyweight Championship. So undefeated in non-world championship bouts is Ruiz, and just 1 loss in his career. Sugar Ray versus Hands of Stone was great. Oh, yes, it was, man. 2 of my favorites of all time. Setting up for the national anthem. Nice. So you got, I got Joshua. I hope it's a great fight, Mitch Mack. Oh, you're killing me, PR. That is incredible. Well, doesn't it kind of depend on who's singing the national anthem? The UFC, they just did away with the controversy. No matter what you think about it, they're just like, yeah, why are we going to keep doing this? We're just not going to have the national anthem anymore. He's like 32-1. Yes, I believe he is exactly 32-1. Alan Jackson, Hank Williams Jr. have better anthems. Oh my God, Arcade Chaos. That is horrible, sir, coming off Memorial Day weekend. Not a way to honor our troops. Bad, Arcade Chaos. Bad, Arcade Chaos. Joshua's chin is overrated. It is definitely overrated. Let's throw a trivia question out there. I don't have a whole show's worth of trivia right now because I'm going to use them for tonight's Ryzen 16. But while we have some time in between, Mario Samasaki hasn't found a job yet. They're 9/11 songs. Oh, I gotcha. Well, to be fair, Francis Scott Key wrote that song over 200 years ago, so, I think it's aged fairly well considering. Mara says he's working on it. The real Mara Yamasaki was reffing with PFL last year. PFL, I have not seen him this year. He has been noticeably absent from PFL. But trivia question, Joe Rogan asked this fighter in a post-fight interview, he says, is that a toothpick in your mouth? He accused this fighter of having a toothpick in his mouth throughout the entire fight. He denied it. Who was this fighter that was rumored to have fought with a toothpick in his mouth? Scott F. It was Benson Henderson. You are correct. Seattle native. Seattle native and now a Bellator veteran. And Sugar Ray Leonard talking like he wants to get in the ring here. Doing a little bit of sparring at the table. He might be getting restless. And they are interviewing in the crowd the former champion, a man a lot of people think has beaten Canelo Alvarez twice, Triple G Gennady Golovkin. He will take on Steve Rolls next Saturday. So if you're wanting to get DAZN and you're wanting to get your money's worth, right now is a great time. It has went up to $20 a month if you're new, or $100 for the year. But you're going to get Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz tonight, and then you're going to get Gennady Golovkin versus Steve Rolls next week. So that is a great time to put that $20 down. God help PFL, says PR. Mara Yamasaki, he has not been here there this year, as far as I know. So, and speaking of PFL, guys, this Thursday, PFL returns. You can follow along on ESPN2 and ESPN Plus, or just tune in to Fights with Friends as last year's $1 million runner-up, Vinny Malgohaz, comes back. Dan Spawn takes on Bozig Itiev in the co-main event at light heavyweight. And heavyweights and light heavyweights are in action on Thursday, including Alex the Spartan Nicholson, who of course has a victory just about a year ago over former UFC heavyweight champion Pedro Hizzo. Jared Rosholt will be in action versus Denis Gotsav. Rakeem Cleveland comes back against Victor Nikam. Actually, let's just put up that card real quick from Tapology. We'll see if, I don't know if you guys can see it, but we have a minute here, so I'm going to bring it up so you guys can all see what I'm talking about. All right. Wow, and he is looking slim there in the back. Former New York Giants sack leader interviewing the NFL Hall of Famer that is now on the Today Show, of course, in the back. 20 sacks in one season. Amazing thing. All right, young. Hey, David. All right, come over. Actually, we're gonna. What's that?
You said yes. I will step into the camera.
All right, guys. We're gonna have to pull this down for a minute.
Oh.
Let's pull this down. Young David is going to his senior prom. He will be graduating on Monday. I love you, son. Have a great time. Love you. See you tonight.
Probably not unless you're up really late.
Well, I'll be up till about 5 a.m. for PFL.
All right.
All right. Have a great time, son. All right. Thanks for sharing that with me, guys. Son is growing up right in front of us. Like I said, PFL got a little distracted there. PFL, and now my video capture is not working. That is strange. There we go. All right, guys. And here we go. If you're looking at that, Vinny Magalhaes versus Emiliano Sordi at 205. Like I said, Jared Rosholt, former UFC fighter, versus Denis Gotsov at heavyweight. Dan Spawn versus Bazig Atiev. Alex Nicholson versus last year's number 1 seed, I believe, Francimar Barroso. Rashid Yupasov versus Makatavan at light heavyweight. Maxim Grishin versus Jordan Johnson coming in on this light heavyweight card. And the favorite to win the light heavyweight $1 million this year, Vinny Magalhaes, takes on Emiliano Sordi. That will all start at 6 p.m. Pacific. I thought it was before that. I think that's when I thought that was when the main card starts. It looks like the prelims will start at 6 p.m. So that will be the stream on Thursday. Another 6 p.m. stream. All right, and we will go back. They are setting up the ring here for Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz Jr. 42 people in here watching. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Everybody, please tap that like button. Make sure and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring that bell so you're notified whenever I post a new video. Or go live like tonight for Ryzen 16. Guys, Ryzen 16 will start in just 2 hours at 9:20. Martin Blanco takes on Tenshin Nasukawa for his kickboxing championship. Former UFC veteran Darian Caldwell in a feature bout versus Tafak Musyav. Harito Yamaguchi, legendary Japanese fighter, takes on Tajush Shiratori. I think that's how you say that. And if you have not watched Ryzen yet, it is basically all the old Pride rules. Fights are judged as a whole, not round by round. Kicks and knees to the head of a down opponent, for better or worse, are allowed, and it is inside of a ring instead of a cage. So, and I missed quite a few comments here, it looks like. What's up, Jason Azevedo in the house? Had Henderson, yes, a lot of you guys did. Get UL YOLO, I would not want to be his next opponent. I'll go, yeah. Is he going to fight? Is he going to fight with $9 million in the bank? And the sun is set. If you're wondering why it just got a little darker here, the sun just went behind the clouds. I didn't want to have too much light, so I was depending on the natural light coming in from the curtain. But I'm going to turn on the big lights here. Hopefully get the lighting in the studio here right. A little bit of reflection from the metallic paint behind me. But we're ready for main event time. Big drama show, says Mario. Surprise Chavez has no Junior. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, Julio Chavez Jr. I haven't heard anything about him in a while. So, Callum Smith looked unstoppable. Yes, he did, although his opponent was pretty undersized. Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz, both men 29 years old. Joshua weighing at 248 pounds. Andy Ruiz Jr. weighed in above the UFC heavyweight limit at 268. Joshua will have an 8-inch reach advantage at 82 inches and this will be for the IBF, WBA, and WBO championships. I said WBC championship later. I even put it in the description. I was wrong. Now that I think about it, WBC champion is actually Deontay Wilder. But who cares about all these alphabet belts anymore? Guys care about 3 fighters in the heavyweight division. Of course, Tyson Fury, who has a fight scheduled. Deontay Wilder, who has a great rematch scheduled with Luis Ortiz. And this man, Anthony Joshua, who will be making his way to the ring here in a minute. A lot of English fans here at Madison Square Garden. Everyone standing as Andy Ruiz Jr. comes down to the ring. I cannot show the fight, man. Sorry. I know I did for English fans. I know I did show a Tyson Fury fight once. It got me 3 months suspension from streaming. And I can't afford that on the pocket. And I can eventually lose my channel. So I would love to do it for you, but it is on DAZN in the States. If anybody knows what it's on in England, let me know. And Andy Ruiz Jr. coming down to the ring to Sweet Caroline, just like Darren Till. Shaw did Kazam. What's up, Peter Ordinary in the house? Sorry about that, Peter Ordinary. I was a little busy. Hello, Peter. I have the VHS of it for you. Oh, I missed quite a few. You guys were busy in the chat there for a minute when young David came in. Arcade Chaos. That is interesting that you ask. That is a random question. Arcade Chaos, if there's any pinball tournaments around me. The Pinball World Championships is actually in Linwood, Washington, about 20 miles from me. Or I believe it'll be at least the national championships. I'm going to get you information about that right now, actually. That is an interesting question. So the Northwest Pinball Championships. Seattle Pinball Super League, September 6th. Will be at the Linwood Bowl and Skate in Linwood, Washington. September 6th, that is also my brother's birthday on September 6th. He does not live in this area, though, so I doubt I will see him, so maybe I'll check out the pinball tournament. All right, Andy Ruiz Jr. is in the ring, and now everyone is standing. The cheers are coming, and the English are packed into this crowd for one of their favorite heavyweights. They have 2 great heavyweights now. You guys are spoiled right now with Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, 2 heavyweight champions. How does Sinbad know it's real if it doesn't exist? Next year I plan on doing a lot of traveling and knocking some things off my bucket list. Well, Arcade Chaos, stay in touch with me, and if you come down to the pinball tournament, give me enough time in advance, and we'll have to go out for lunch and a beer, if you drink. Otherwise, just lunch, Huge mind F. I don't know much about Mandela. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying I know that movie was real. What did I miss there? I gotta go back up in the chat, PR. What other genie movie and Sinbad are you I didn't. A generic movie was called Shazam. No links. Get the fook out of here. In vivo. Get the fook out of here. Take your links and shove them where the sun don't shine. White English too, right? Tyson Fury is. Anthony Joshua, definitely not nice. Tyson Fury, I don't know. What race is Gypsy? I'm just kidding. Mandela effect isn't real. It's in our minds. It's fun to talk about, though. I've heard people speculate this. I've listened to people on both sides of that, and it is fun. It is really fun. People love conspiracy theories, and that's a fun one. Who the fuck was that guy? He's been in a few times. I've hit him on the channel. I don't know how he got back in, but I was pretty sure that's the same one, unless it's a very similar name. And if you want to follow me, Michael Polly, Wyatt Matheson, Billy Hughes, the Dutch guys, and others throughout the week for MMA news and talk throughout the week, follow me at FightsWFriends on Twitter. And Michael Buffer just said, let's get this party started instead of let's get ready to rumble. Does anybody know the story on that? I think HBO must have bought the rights to Let's Get Ready to Rumble. I have never heard Michael Buffer say, let's get this party started. That's just un-American. Sinbad just said he never played a genie. Oh, that's hilarious. Sinbad definitely played a genie. Or was that Shaq? No links, please, Double A, unless it's to the DAZN site. For 10,000. Oh, Jesus. All right. 32-1, making his way to the cage. The Challenger Andy the Destroyer Ruiz Jr. And my God, that's got to be warm. Andy Ruiz Jr. coming down in an Eskimo outfit. And this guy is wearing more fur than P. Diddy, Jay-Z, and Snoop Dogg put together. I don't know what is going on with that outfit. Throw Flavor Flav in there. I knew you guys are smoking. It's Peter Ordinary. I want to know what Andy Ruiz Jr. was smoking when he chose that robe. Of course, Jamal Miller failed his drug test. That's why Andy Ruiz Jr. comes in here. Andy Ruiz Jr., a prestigious amateur record as well. 105 wins to just 5 losses. What's up, R. Latrell? Thanks for coming in, man. Bet you guys all stockpiled food on Y2K Anthem. Oh, God. We really need to have a conspiracy podcast. I'm not necessarily a conspiracy theorist, but they are fun. They are fun. We'll have to do it over on Mike Reviews It All. Sometime. Young David, my son Young David's actually, we've been talking about him starting a podcast. And that may be the launch of his show. I got Ruiz by 3 or 4 round KO. That would be a big upset, Mario. But you might be right. Hell yeah, they are, Speeder. The Monopoly Man has a monocle. Did we go to the moon? That's an interesting one, say J. Smith. And that one may get me kicked off of YouTube. I don't know. They're censoring talking about certain subjects and conspiracies, which really bothers me. All right, Peter Ordinary, I definitely will. What's the chances Ruiz wins, Mike Finra? Somebody was just saying I think it's 9-1. So there you go. I think it's about 9-1. Anthony has a rematch clause if he loses. They generally do. And in the back pinned, it says Anthony Ruiz ready by 10 p.m. That is from the commission, of course, 10 p.m. Eastern, which was 33 minutes ago. And we are still awaiting the appearance of Anthony Joshua. Please let the godlike guy win, Ruiz. Excuse me. 6'2", 268 pounds is the challenger, Andy Ruiz Jr. And there he is. There's the appearance in a white and black Under Armour robe. Looks like he stole that from a hotel. The IBF, WBO, and WBA Heavyweight Championship will be on the line tonight as Andy Ruiz Jr. attempts to shock the world on DAZN from Madison Square Garden. And DeShiznet with the $1.99 donation. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. A little applause for the donations today. Thank you very much, guys. Probably played a game in an episode of Hang with Coopers. Oh, that's good. Things and kids in 30s are confused. Not discussing Sinbad versus Shaq anymore, and I'm not. Though I believe the Mayans. I loved all those conspiracy theories, man. I remember Y2K. While we're talking about it, as Anthony Joshua takes his time to get to the ring. I remember Y2K. I was working for a grocery store. I was working for Winco Foods in Redding, California at the time. And I remember I felt bad for this old lady who bought about $600 worth of groceries and tried to bring them back the next day because people had convinced her that the world was going to end. Not only did we have the place locked down because people really thought that things were going to hit the fan so bad, we had armed security, and we were in the safest place in the world. We were inside a 150,000 square foot grocery store building. And Anthony Joshua and all his entourage makes his way to the ring. The crowd can see him now. Owner of the IBF, WBA, and WBO Heavyweight World Championships. 3 of the 4 big ones, of course. The 4th belongs to Deontay Wilder, the WBC champion. What's up, Get You Gone Joe? I got AJ by KO, but so Joshua now has moved to a 15-1 favorite. The over-under is 6 rounds, if you're wondering. So I think I would bet under. That seems, man, I don't know enough about Andy Ruiz Jr., but honestly, 6 rounds, that seems like I would go with the under. Finish the Y2K story. There wasn't a whole lot more to it. So we had armed security. That day we were inside the building. There was a few people worried, but that was a crazy thing. And we got a while. They're going to be playing the Mexico and the United States national anthem. No disrespect, but I've heard them both before. So I will finish the Y2K story. We were all locked inside the building working, kind of telling, shoplifter stories instead of ghost stories, as we used to tackle the crap out of shoplifters. There were people, we did hear banging on the door that night. So in Redding, California, there were people trying to get into the building. We actually did not go near the door. That's how serious we did take it. We did take it somewhat seriously. I did not think anything was going to happen, like world ending or anything, but I was a little worried about people, going crazy, getting into the conspiracy and doing something insane, like breaking into the store, or something like that. And then, like I said, the next day, there was an older lady. God, she was probably, I swear, she had to have been over 70 years old if she was a day. and she had bought about $400 worth of groceries. Oh, here's the thing. So let's go into this. The days leading up to it. You have never seen such pandemonium. If you guys did not see the shopping coming up to Y2K, they were wiping out. Oh, I'm sorry, it's the UK. The UK God Save the Queen national anthem will be played next after the Mexican anthem, and then I'm assuming maybe they're doing the US national anthem as well too. I'm not sure because neither fighter is US, but it is in New York. They are in the ring right now singing the national anthems, Patrick. But Y2K, not only were they wiping out the shelves, everybody thought that they were going to lose their electricity and all this thing. And we were getting wiped out of milk and perishables and all of our frozen items. So that kind of blew our minds. People were literally fighting over carts. They were fighting over products. They were definitely fighting over bread. Customers were taking bread out of other customers' carts. It was crazy. Those of you that lived through it, if you're old enough to remember it, you know I'm not bullshitting. And yes, they will sing the United States national anthem right now. So a trifecta of national anthems. Like I said, no disrespect, but I have heard this one before and I know how it ends. Lived through. It's been ordinary. Yup. That's some supermarket sweet. And Redding was the craziest thing. Anyways, Redding, California at the time, it was the busiest Winco in the company. I don't know if any of you have ever been to Winco Foods. Started on the West Coast. It's making its way over to the East Coast. They're literally the cheapest groceries you'll ever find because it's an employee-owned company. They don't pay corporate taxes. They give the stock back to the employees. They took good care of me anyways. So they can offer super cheap groceries. So that store in 1999 was doing between $1.5 million and $2 million a week in sales in 1999 money. So if you can imagine that, it was always chaos. And we would literally get 5,000 applications a week. 5,000 applications a week. The unemployment rate at the time was like 30-some% in Redding, California, because their only industry had been a lumber mill that shut down. Other than that, it was mostly retired people and unfortunately people who had found other drugs and live boxing. Get the fook out of here. No link, sir. I give him a timeout. He just posted one. Okay, he posted two. Don't come back. No. I say enough with the national anthem. I've been hearing it since I was born. I'm over it. Forever Rain and Storms. I got halfway through it before I lost the book. Can't remember the name for the life of me. It was fantastic. Huh. Oh, giant book about Seattle, about an Indian going there for some reason, getting murdered by a gang on a train. I'll have to check into it. There's been a few people murdered here in Seattle. Unfortunately. Hoping the Showtime and Cowboy both at some time before they retired meet each other because I've been waiting for that one for a long time. How good is that we get Showtime versus Nate Diaz and Donald Cerrone versus El Cucuy, though? That is awesome. They are in the ring right now, Miles Rasmussen. They are naming in alphabetical order the names of every single person who bought a ticket to this event. Jesus. Judges Michael Alexander, Julie Letterman, and Pascal Procopia. Julie Letterman, I believe she's a good one. It's the bird lady. She's the bad one. AJKO. It is 6 on over-under. Anyone in here on Twitter? I'll follow. Yes, make sure you follow us on Twitter. Feel free to put your handle out there. You follow our community at FightsWFriends on Twitter. I am on there often recently. And there it is! Michael Buffer with the Let's Get Ready to Rumble. I thought we weren't going to hear it. Fighting out of the red corner. He is 6'2". His hometown is Imperial, California. His official weight was 268 pounds. 32 wins. Just 1 defeat and 21 knockouts. He is the former WBO Heavyweight Champion Challenger. And he is tonight's challenger. Former undefeated NABF Heavyweight Champion, the Challenger, Andy the Destroyer Ruiz Jr. No one beats rehydrated Cerrone. We'll see. All right. And in the white with black, on the hometown of London, England, as you hear these English crowd go crazy. He is 22 wins, 0 defeats with 21 knockouts from London, England. He is the pride of the United Kingdom. He is the reigning, defending, undefeated WBA, WBO, and IBF Heavyweight Champion of the world, Anthony Joshua. "12 rounds in the heavyweight division for 3 of the 4 pieces of the puzzle for the heavyweight championship. 75 people in here watching. Thank you for joining us here on Fights with Friends. Everybody, please, if you could tap that like button, I'd appreciate it. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure to ring that bell so you're notified whenever I post a new video or go live, like tonight's Rising 16, which will start at 9:20 p.m. Pacific. Rising 16 tonight. But right now, the World Championship, Andy Ruiz Jr., his only loss to Joshua Parker. Joshua Parker gave Anthony Joshua the hardest fight of his career, the only man to go the distance with Anthony Joshua in his entire career, which includes knockouts over Alexander Povetkin and Vladimir Klitschko. And here we go, round 1. Ruiz lands the first jab. Joshua back at him. And they exchange jabs again. Andy Ruiz Jr. moves forward, all 268 pounds. I'm going to double left hook from Andy Ruiz Jr. He is looking to shock the world in the greatest sports building on the planet, Madison Square Garden. They exchange straight lefts in the center of the ring. 2:20 left here in the first round. Joshua pumping the jab, lands a left hand to the body. Ruiz moving forward aggressively, lands a left hook, a right hand, and another left hook, and he popped Anthony Joshua with every one of those shots. Andy Ruiz Jr. is a live underdog, and he has 110 amateur fights, going 105-5. He also outweighs Anthony Joshua by 20 pounds. And he is getting inside Anthony Joshua's reach. And a straight left lands for Ruiz Jr. Anthony Joshua filling Ruiz out. It has been all Ruiz so far. Left hand to the body there for Anthony Joshua halfway through the first round, and a double jab from Ruiz Jr. Joshua pumping that jab out there. Ruiz landing his, though, snapping back the head of Joshua. Joshua having a little issue finding the range despite coming in with an 8-inch reach advantage. That jab landed for Joshua. And Joshua on the bicycle, straight left lands for Ruiz Jr. And with a little less than a minute left, Andy Ruiz Jr. is definitely winning this first round. Jab lands for Anthony Joshua. Oh my God, straight right and a left hook lands for Andy Ruiz Jr. after he slips the left hook of Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua lands a jab. I got nothing against Anthony Joshua, but I also would like nothing better than to share one of the greatest upsets in heavyweight history with 83 of you here on Fights with Friends as Ruiz Jr. lands a left and right hook upstairs, throwing flurries. Straight left lands for Anthony Joshua. Last 10 seconds here in the first round. Jab to the body from Joshua. Oh, and a big jab from Joshua snaps back the head of Ruiz Jr. I gave that first round to Ruiz Jr. though. Right, 850 subs to stream Epic Hangouts. All right, did you put your link up, RK Chaos? I didn't see it. Feel free. You've been on here forever. Put up your link. I'm subscribed to RK Chaos. Everybody else, get them up to 1,000. Get you up to 1,000 so you can be monetized. As long as you live chat on, all subscribes. Nice. Billy Hughes in the house. What is up, man? Just in time, and it's just the second round of his heavyweight bout. Come on, Ruiz, Mario Yamasaki. Ultimate underdog story. Yeah, like I said, I would love to share with 85 of you guys watching one of the greatest heavyweight upsets in the history of boxing. And I gave Andy Ruiz Jr. the first round easily. Although I'm not going to lie, there was not a ton of action. Oh, and Ruiz coming out wild in the second round. Lands a straight right and a left hook. Joshua with the jab. Oh, wow, and they exchange power shots in the center of the cage. And Ruiz getting the better of Joshua. The left hook and a double right hook. And the referee, he warns Ruiz Jr. about shots behind the head. 1-2 lands for Joshua, the undefeated heavyweight champion. Ruiz lands a straight left there. Andy Ruiz Jr. making a great debut in the spotlight. In the mainstream spotlight tonight here at Madison Square Garden. And no better stadium on earth to pull off one of the greatest upsets ever than Madison Square Garden. Joshua throws a double jab. Ruiz gets out of the way of both of them. Says issues with back shots. Back of the head, nice. Joshua needs to throw killer uppercut with determination. Let's go, Ruiz, says Ricky. All right, guys. 260-pound Andy Ruiz Jr. continues to move forward. Joshua landing that long jab here. Oh, you're moving to Seattle, Peter Ordinary? We'll have to meet up for lunch, man. Straight right lands for Joshua. Jab for Ruiz. Jab and a right hook for Andy Ruiz Jr. as I think he is winning this second round very early in this fight, of course. And this crowd is, there's chance from this crowd now of Andy. Jab to the body for Joshua. Oh, big right hand lands for Anthony Joshua and a jab to the body. Oh, a big hook for Ruiz lands and it snaps back the head of Anthony Joshua. Ruiz has hit Joshua with maybe some of the hardest shots he has taken. At least in a very long time. 30 seconds left in the second round. Deontay Wilder, of course, coming off an impressive knockout of Dominic Brazil. Anthony Joshua has the pressure on him. The third fighter in the trifecta of a heavyweight greats in the world right now, Tyson Fury, has a scheduled bout coming up, I believe in July or August. Joshua landing another jab there. Deontay Wilder fighting Luis Ortiz soon. That should be the most competitive fight for the three fighters. And the round is over, and I have it 2-0. The challenger, Andy Ruiz Jr. Probably pushing up Dave easy before this channel ever sees 1,000. Me and my daughter are going to start making videos. All right, everybody, help out Arcade Chaos. Give him a sub over there. If you just click on his icon there, should take you straight to his channel. Actually, those three little dots to the right of his name, a menu will come up, says go to channel. Hit that and give him a sub over there. Guys, everybody, please hit that thumbs up button. 107 of you in here. I would greatly appreciate anybody who's not subscribed. If you hit that subscribe button, make sure and ring that bell so you're notified whenever I go live or post a new video. I go live for pretty much every major UFC, boxing, and Bellator event. And at 9:20 p.m. Pacific tonight, for Ryzen 16. Big left hook lands for Anthony Joshua to start the third round. Remember, the over-under is 6 rounds. Jab to the body from Anthony Joshua. Jab lands for Ruiz, who I think has won the first 2 rounds and hit Joshua with several hard shots. Joshua pushing that jab out there, lands a big right hand. Oh, big left hook from Joshua, and Ruiz is down. Both men exchange fire in the center of the ring, and a straight right followed by a thunderous left hook from Anthony Joshua, and Andy Ruiz Jr. touches the canvas for his first time. Oh, big 1-2 for Anthony Joshua. Another big left hook. He is swinging power shots. He's got to watch out. He's getting caught by power shots. A big left hook for Ruiz, and Joshua's hurt. Ruiz Joshua's down. Oh my God! The heavyweight champion rolls down. Anthony Joshua is on the canvas. He is taking the count. We may be witnessing one of the biggest upsets in the history of the heavyweight division. Everyone in this stadium is on their feet in Madison Square Garden. Huge right hand for Ruiz, and Joshua is rocked again. Both men have been down in this third round, and Anthony Joshua is in the toughest battle of his life. And Ruiz lands another straight right and a left hook. Are you kidding me? Come on, Ruiz. All 268 pounds. And Joshua clinches, and he is hanging on for dear life. We are watching history. Another big combination from Ruiz. And a right hook right on the chin. Right uppercut and a left hook for Ruiz. Right hook to the body from Ruiz. Ruiz moving forward. Joshua still hurt. Right hook on the temple from Ruiz and a left hook. 40 seconds left. Right hook on the chin. The referee trying to break him. Ruiz will not be denied. Right hook upstairs. 30 seconds left. Andrew Ruiz trying to stop the heavyweight champion of the world. We may be witnessing one of the greatest upsets in heavyweight boxing history. Just 15 seconds left in the third round. Ruiz Jr. continuing to move forward. Oh, big right uppercut and left hook. Andy Ruiz battling Joshua. Joshua, the referee might stop the fight. Joshua's hurt. He falls through the ropes. Anthony Joshua's down. He has fallen through the ropes. And Anthony Joshua gets up at the bell. And the referee's having him walk to him. The referee's going to check him out. And the bell will ring. Oh my God. The third round starts with Anthony Joshua flooring Andy Ruiz Jr. with a thunderous left hook. And that's when he starts to exchange with the 268-pound monster, Andy Ruiz Jr. A 15-1 underdog. He floored Anthony Joshua twice. Let's call the replays here. Here's the first knockdown. It was a right uppercut, left hook combination from Anthony Joshua. And Ruiz says, "You want to bang? Let's bang, bro." Ruiz slips the left hook of Joshua, lands a big left hook of his own, a flurry of combinations, and a right hook on the temple. That was the first knockdown for Ruiz. A left hook, a clubbing overhand right, and another big right hand. And Ruiz comes out in this fourth round swinging. Andy Ruiz Jr. trying to shock the world and become the heavyweight champion of the world. Michael Pauly, can you please update our Twitter crowd to get their asses in here? Big 1-2 from Anthony Joshua. 30 seconds into the fourth round, Anthony Joshua has been on the canvas twice, Ruiz once. Left hook lands for Joshua and a jab to the body. We did not expect this excitement. Big left hook from Anthony Joshua. And he throws another big left hook. Ruiz Jr. ducks underneath it. Now remember, Ruiz Jr., it takes a lot of oxygen to move 268 pounds around that ring for 12 rounds as he lands a big straight left. The destroyer moving forward and confident. He's got to be careful not to walk into a big counter from Joshua. And he's giving Joshua a chance to get his legs back underneath him. This crowd is absolutely stunned right now. Straight left lands for Ruiz. Another straight left for Ruiz. And Joshua seems to be taking the round off, trying to get his legs back underneath him. Joshua on the bicycle. Ruiz with his hands down, calling Joshua in, says, "Come on, big boy." Big left hook and a right hand for Ruiz as he moves forward. Ruiz ready to fight, ready to take those belts. 1 minute left in the fourth round. Straight left lands for Andy Ruiz Jr. and a jab to the body. Ruiz 105-5 as an amateur. 32-1 as a pro. Jab to the body lands for Joshua. And you got to wonder if Anthony Joshua underestimated Ruiz coming in as a last-minute replacement opponent. Ruiz knew about this fight about a month ago. Left hook lands for Ruiz. And I have given Ruiz every single round, including the third round where he scored 2 vicious knockdowns. Straight left lands for Ruiz. 20 seconds left in the fourth round. Ruiz looking to land that big right hand. That big overhand right that scored 2 knockdowns last round. Jab for Ruiz lands. Joshua very tentative this round. And I have it 4-0 with 2 knockdowns for Andy Ruiz Jr. 165 of you bad boys in here right now. Quincy, round 3 it should actually be scored. It will actually probably be scored as an 8-7 round. Well, 10-point must system. So 10-8, yes. 2 knockdowns, I believe it will be 10-8. No, you can have an 8-7. I believe it's an 8-7. Thanks for coming in, Richard. Hey, yes, everybody, please hit that like button. If you like and appreciate what I do here, hit that subscribe button. Make sure and ring that bell so you're notified every time I post a new video or go live. And here we go to round 5. Remember, the over-under for this fight on the books was 6 rounds. And a straight right and a left hook lands for Andy Ruiz Jr. in commanding lead of this heavyweight championship match. Jab to the body, lands for Joshua. Jab lands for Joshua. Power punches through 4 rounds. Ruiz Jr. ahead 21-15, and I challenge those CompuBox numbers. I think Ruiz is ahead more than that. But he's got those 2 knockdowns. Jab lands there for Ruiz as he tries to get inside the reach, the 8-inch reach of Anthony Joshua. What's up, Mitch Mack? Oh, big left hook lands for Ruiz, and he's moving inside again. Overhand right and a left hook lands for Ruiz. And Joshua is on the run once again. Jab lands for Joshua. Big 1-2 lands for Ruiz, and a counter left hook landed for Joshua in there. Remember, Joshua also floored Ruiz in that 3rd round. Joshua floored Ruiz at the beginning. Ruiz came back and floored Joshua twice. Probably would have finished Joshua if he would not have ran out of time. Straight left to the body lands for Andy Ruiz Jr., who I think has easily won every single round. And the commentators are asking, saying, is that how you score 3 knockdowns in a round, 10-8? And they said that's how they scored it. They said, would it be 9-8? I think it's 8-7. But it'll be interesting to see what the judges score. Left hook lands for Ruiz. Jab to the body lands for Joshua. And a straight right to the body for Joshua. Oh, big left hook from Joshua. A right hand, and he goes for a big left hook there. Joshua getting confident, throwing bombs. Another big left hook, and Ruiz ducks underneath. Joshua working on that body. And Ruiz does not have the body of a champion. But neither did a lot of good fighters. Oh, big jab and a right hook over the top, left hook for Andy Ruiz Jr. Another left hand to the body. 10 seconds left in the 5th round of this championship bout. Big right hand and a left hook lands for Ruiz. Andy Ruiz Jr. in commanding lead of this heavyweight championship as he looks to shock the world. A 15-1 underdog. He has floored Anthony Joshua twice, and on my scorecard, he has won every single round. What's up, Arcade Chaos is out. What's up, man? Give her the slob drop. I must have missed something in there. My screen is full. Sorry about that, CJ. I hope that's the first time I ever did that. What do you? The odds now? Jeez, I don't know, man. What's up, RS? Ruiz definitely could gas out. I think that's what Joshua is counting on. And he landed a huge left hook you see on the replay there. And DAZN has invested a lot of money in Anthony Joshua. Straight right and a double jab lands for Ruiz. Jab lands for Joshua to start the 2nd round. Oh, and a big combination upstairs lands for Ruiz. Double jab for Joshua and a left hook for Ruiz. Ruiz outlanded Joshua in that 5th round. Both men were busy, 36-33. That is some busy heavyweights. Especially for 268-pound Andy Ruiz Jr., who lands a couple more jabs there. Ruiz is definitely winning third-day trader. Oh, big left hook lands for Ruiz. And he barely misses the overhand right, and Ruiz shakes his head like, I got this. He just looked at Joshua and shook his head like, I got this. He better not get too confident. And I don't think he has. I think Joshua definitely underestimated his opponent tonight, though. He has never been challenged like this. Another big left lands for Ruiz. And Joshua backing up. Ruiz hurt Joshua with a jab. Left hook and a right hand lands for Ruiz. And another straight right. And this 6th round again is all Andy Ruiz Jr. Right hook upstairs and a couple of right hooks to the body for Ruiz. Joshua clinches. If Ruiz wins this round, Joshua may need a knockout to win the fight. Unless Ruiz gets bamboozled by these judges. And a big left hook lands for Joshua. And a 3-piece for Andy Ruiz Jr. Little less than 1 minute left here in the 6th round. Oh, hard shots to the body for Ruiz Jr. The jab lands for Joshua. Just one man has ever lasted the distance with Joshua. Straight right and a left hook lands for Ruiz. And a straight left backs Joshua up again. Anthony Joshua is being dominated by 15-1 underdog Ruiz. And a big straight right and a left hook for Ruiz. Guys, no matter what happens, we are watching history right now. Left hook for Ruiz and a right hook to the body and another big left hook. Andy Ruiz Jr. is peppering Anthony Joshua in the center of the ring. He misses a big left hook and Joshua just hangs on. He had nothing to answer back. Anthony Joshua is in a world of hurt. Wow. Not a lot of blood. What's up, Charge Strength? 242 people in here. Everybody, please hit that like button if you like what I do here. If you are not subscribed, you're new here, please tap that subscribe button. Make sure and ring that bell so you're notified whenever I drop a new video. Or go live like for every UFC event, major Bellator and major boxing event. And I will be going live in an hour and 10 minutes again for Ryzen 16 from Japan. The Return of Pride. It is MMA like UFC, but it is in a ring with kicks and knees to the head of a downed opponent. Thank you, Killagill, although I might blow my voice out before then if Andy Ruiz continues this. And a straight left from Ruiz to start the 7th round. Jab from Joshua. What a fight. And a left hook lands for Ruiz. And the commentators here, oh wow! Big right hook, big combination for Ruiz! Joshua's hurt again! Big right hook, Joshua's down! Joshua's down in the corner! A flurry of bombs from the 268-pound destroyer, Andy Ruiz Jr. And we may be on the cusp of one of the greatest upsets in boxing history. Thank you, Third Eye Trader, with the $5 donation. And Joshua coming, and he's down again! A left hook and a right hand for Ruiz Jr. And Anthony Joshua is down for the 4th time in this heavyweight championship bout. Are you kidding me? Thank you for the $5 donation. Everybody, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, make sure you ring that button. It's over! The referee has stopped the fight! And Andy Ruiz Jr. has shocked the world! Ladies and gentlemen, from Madison Square Garden, we have witnessed one of the greatest upsets in the history of heavyweight boxing. Undefeated Anthony Joshua has been knocked out by Andy Ruiz Jr., a 15-1 underdog, a late round replacement, and move over Buster Douglas make room in the Hall of Fame of upsets for Andy Ruiz Jr., Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. There is a new king in the ring, and his name is Andy Ruiz Jr. Get used to it. My God. I can barely believe it. And they just asked, they said, is this a bigger upset than Tyson Douglas? And they said, it certainly seems like it. The Buster Douglas fight was 1 knockdown. This was 4 knockdowns. Absolutely insane. This is not an upset. Ruiz is a legit champion if you follow his career. Says Keith Blaze. Well, on the odds, he was a 15-1 underdog, and he was a late replacement. Anthony Joshua had a full training camp. Ruiz had, I believe, a little less than a month. Joshua too big and too slow. 6'6", 248. This reminds me of Tyson versus Buster Douglas, definitely. Let's watch the replay. They exchanged left hooks in round 7, and that big overhand right, and the flurry of bombs, right hands, left hooks. Ruiz. Wow, Andy Ruiz Jr. Eat that, Jorge Masvidal. Andy Ruiz Jr. just landed the 12-piece, the mashed potatoes, and the full box of biscuits on Anthony Joshua's head. And if there's one thing people have questioned over the years of Anthony Joshua, it's his heart, and we've challenged if he has given his all, and if he had been challenged by the best in the world. There are a lot of questions tonight for Anthony Joshua. And remember, if he wants it, Anthony Joshua has an immediate rematch in his contract. Best thing to happen to boxing in a minute, for sure, Billy. Does anyone still think Joshua could beat Wilder Fury? I never did, Billy. If you guys have been watching this show, you have heard me say that Anthony Joshua was the weakest by far of the 3. I've been saying it for as long as I've been talking about boxing. There is a rematch in the contract, Quincy. And wow, is that going to be a big rematch, and it will be on DAZN. Everybody, please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure and ring that bell so you're notified when this rematch goes live. What's up, Killigill? The winner by TKO victory and the new unified IBF, WBO, and WBA Heavyweight Champion of the world, Andy Ruiz Jr. What a shocked crowd in Madison Square Garden. Andy Ruiz Jr. and Anthony Joshua are both standing. They're talking and smiling, as is every person in Madison Square Garden right now, is standing and talking and observing and soaking in one of the greatest upsets in the over 100-year illustrious history of heavyweight boxing. And guys, I will tell you this is definitely history for me in this community, because this is definitely the biggest upset that I've ever covered. And I believe the second biggest upset of my lifetime and maybe of all of boxing. Joshua will be back, though. CompuBack stats, that last round, 56-47 in favor of Ruiz Jr. Both men landing at 27%. Power punches, 39-23 in favor of Ruiz Jr. in that last round. Can we get me another 10 credits or so I can watch Ryzen? Oh, to put up your link, Billy. All right, guys. We will interview Andy Ruiz Jr. And they're talking about it. They said for years, Buster Douglas's knockout of Mike Tyson has been talked about. And he says this. He says to Andy Ruiz Jr., this gives it a run for its money. And Andy Ruiz Jr. says, thanks to God for making this all possible. The pride of Mexico. And how big is this for boxing? Not only was this one of the biggest upsets ever, I believe Andy Ruiz Jr. just became the second ever Mexican-American heavyweight champion. The other one, coincidentally, also a Ruiz. John Ruiz and now Andy Ruiz Jr. It's the second, Rocky Trey. I believe it's the second. Thank you, Billy. Use that code. Guys, if you can go to fight.tv. Please go to fight.tv, put in Billy's code there that you see there in the comments, and help him get another $10 credit on Fight TV so he can watch Ryzen 16 tonight. Guys, if you're man or woman enough after that, in just an hour, after watching one of the greatest heavyweight upsets of all time, we will move from Madison Square Garden to Japan for a huge card. Ryzen, if you're into MMA, Ryzen is like the return of Pride FC. If you know what Pride was, it is UFC in a ring with kicks and knees to the head of a down opponent. All fights are scored as a whole instead of by rounds. And Anthony Joshua, I just became a bigger fan of Anthony Joshua because he just came in and grabbed the mic and said, everybody give a round of applause for Andy Ruiz, and gave him a hug. He said, thank you, America. Thank you, London, for coming out. And Anthony Joshua says, I'm going to make a move and we'll be seeing you again. Anthony Joshua, all but confirming the immediate rematch, which is in the contract. Wow, what's up, JD Cawthon? If you missed it, what happened? Andy Ruiz Jr. has knocked out Anthony Joshua in one of the biggest upsets in the history of the heavyweight division. In the 7th round, the referee stopped the fight after Anthony Joshua hit the canvas for the 4th time. All right, thank you, Habib. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it, man. Glad to do it. Guys, yes, please help Billy. Go to fight.tv to help Billy get that $10 credit. Also, if you help Billy get a $10 credit to watch Ryzen 16, which is on Fight TV tonight, if you ask me, I will help you get a $20 credit with Fight TV so you can watch the fights for free. So let's keep this going, guys. I had to go look at the KOs. Peter Ordinary. Is Michael Polly in here? Virtually identical. You could tell with Joshua's body language for the fight what was going to happen. I saw the fight. Shh. You get me in trouble. No, he's not. All right. Yeah, everybody help Billy Hughes with this credit. How do their faces look? Surprisingly good. Joshua's not cut up a lot. I mean, he hasn't gotten cut a lot, hit a lot in his career, so not a lot of scar tissue. Definitely some blood you can see on his towel. Doesn't look like he took the beating that he just did. Hey, proud to have you in here, Third Eye Trader. Thank you. Well, I said, well, there's still 100 of you in here. If you haven't yet, please hit that like button. Make sure and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you're notified whenever I post the new video or go live. By the way, surprise post tomorrow of a fight I think you guys will enjoy, dropping at, I believe, noon tomorrow. I am an AJ fan and I am shocked. I am definitely shocked. Guys, don't forget, though, definitely go to fight.tv. Please, somebody, put in this code for Billy Hughes. Help a brother out. He's helped us out with moderating and co-hosting. And he wants the credit. If you want credit yourself for that Ryzen 16, don't forget, use that code from Billy. You're going to get $10 credit. How do their faces look? They actually don't look bad. Lost over 150 in chat. Still at 107, though. Still at 107. Like I said, less than an hour from now, we will go live with Ryzen 16. There is the card, and they're interviewing the former heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua. Said you were knocked out 4 times. How do you feel right now? He does have a cut definitely above his right eye. A little bit of swelling. Besides that, he doesn't look bad. Anthony Joshua's always kind of been like looked like a model. And for that, I think people have questioned his toughness. And he says, I don't want anybody to drown in their sorrows. This is boxing. Guys, it almost seems being undefeated like Anthony Joshua, is he a little relieved? Is he possibly a little relieved to not have the pressure of that undefeated record on his back? Is he relieved to not have those 3 targets on his chest of the WBO, IBF, and WBA titles? And is he relieved to have something to be motivated about again? A comeback. Anthony Joshua has been on the wrong end of one of the greatest upsets in heavyweight history, but he will have a shot at a redemption with a mandatory rematch. Andy Ruiz Jr. is definitely a soldier. He did not look gassed. He was not gassed, Ricky Trey. He was stunned. I think Andy, after getting knocked down for a second time in the 3rd round, Anthony Joshua, I think he never got his legs back underneath him. Not completely. When will the fight start? The boxing match, if you're talking about the boxing match, it is over, Reed Z. Andy Ruiz Jr., if you're just coming in, has defeated Anthony Joshua, and we have a new heavyweight champion of the world. Are you kidding me? Most people had never heard of Andy Ruiz Jr. coming into this. And congratulations, Mexico. How big is this guy going to be for marketing? We know how big boxing is how big Mexican boxing is, and they have a heavyweight champion and a giant 6'2", 268-pound figure. And he came in with his flag with the Mexican flag on one side and the U.S. flag on the other. A humble guy. Hey, well, thank you for tuning in at 4:30 in the morning. So his world, AJ will lose again. He got exposed, says Cy Flores. It will be interesting to see what the odds are in a rematch. I think Anthony Joshua still comes in a sizable favorite in a rematch. A rematch, I think Joshua will come in around minus 250 to 280-ish. I agree with you, Scott. Possibly even bigger. I say it might open up. I think that's a pretty good guess. I would say it will open up somewhere around 3-1, right in there. Does heavyweight division belong to USA? Not anymore. Well, no. There's only one U.S. champion, Deontay Wilder, and it is now truly a worldwide championship as the belt is split between three countries, the United States, Mexico, and the perennial champion, the champion that never lost his belts, actually doesn't have any official belts, and that is Tyson Fury. He has that big name. UK pissed and drunk. It will be in the UK, so AJ might be favored again. He definitely will be favored, 7. And I imagine I believe this is the first time that Anthony Joshua has fought in the States. And it did not go well for him. Billy, if you haven't got it yet, put up that link again. Guys, if you guys want a $10 free credit for Ryzen 16 for Fight.tv tonight, I'm going to be covering Ryzen 16 in just about 50 minutes. Tenshin Nasukawa, the kickboxing champion, will be fighting tonight, as well as UFC veteran Darian Cruikshank. Star Yusaka Nakamura of Japan. This one will be in Japan. It will start in just 50 minutes, 9:20 p.m. Pacific. It will run around 6 hours. So, it is asking for a lot of your time, but I think you guys be happy with it. Thank you. Definitely please enter that on Fight.tv. Please go to Fight.tv, enter that code that Billy Hughes just put up, and it will get you a $10 free credit on Fight.tv. Ryzen 16's pay-per-view is $19.99. You guys have already helped me receive my credit, so thank you for that. In the last Ryzen stream, the last 2 Ryzen streams, you guys have helped me, so thank you very much for that. And I said don't go anywhere yet, guys. Congratulations to Andy Ruiz and new. AJ definitely underestimated him. And here's Sugar Ray Leonard to talk about one of the greatest upsets of all time. It was the 3rd round. Ruiz took over, and Sugar Ray Leonard said he's still in shock. Sugar Ray Leonard is pretty much speechless, and he's seen some big upsets. And Sugar Ray Leonard congratulating Andy Ruiz Jr. as well. Definitely well-deserved. We definitely witnessed history, CJ, and I definitely did not expect that. Be a 2 a.m. fight for AJ back in the UK. That is true, D. Brown. Who should Miller fight after his suspension? I think you should go in the UFC and fight John Jones for all the picograms. No. I don't know. I think if Deontay Wilder gets past Luis Ortiz, that seems like a likely matchup. That's a matchup I'd like to see. Guys, the three top heavyweights in the world were Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, and Deontay Wilder. Andy Ruiz Jr. stole Anthony Joshua's gold tonight. Do not forget the rematch coming up between Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz, which does not have a date yet. It will happen sometime in September. Luis Ortiz gave Deontay Wilder the toughest fight of his night, of his career. He's a former Cuban Olympic gold medalist. He floored Deontay Wilder twice. Deontay Wilder had to come up off the canvas twice to come back and score a knockout victory. So that rematch is going to be insane. Valentin, you're not going to believe this if you're just coming in. Yes, it was a KO, but it was for Andy Ruiz Jr., and we've witnessed one of the greatest upsets in the history of the heavyweight division. What's up, Darkness? Definitely witness history. Thinking Miller versus White. I like that one. That's a good one. Wilder versus Fury 2 and Joshua versus Ruiz 2. I love it. That's what I was saying before this, Valentin, that 15-1, maybe somebody should have put a couple bucks on Joshua. And like I said, coming up here in just 45 minutes, I will be covering Ryzen 16. If you want to watch along, go to Fight TV. Put in that code Billy just put up there in the comments, and you'll get a $10 credit on Fight TV, and you'll help Billy out by getting him some credit. We're trying to get him a free pay-per-view. And I'm going to try to help you out, Billy. Let me see if I wonder if I can sign up under a second email. I don't think I can without a, I don't know. Well, we're about to find out. Oh, I think you might have to do it through the app. I don't remember, Billy. Did you have to do it through the app? I think it may have to be through, I think it has to be through the app. So I'd have to have another phone. Very interesting fights coming up in the heavyweight division with Fury, Wilder, Joshua, Ruiz, etc. Definitely going to be exciting. You have young David do it on his phone. Oh, I should have. Young David just went to prom. My son, who is a senior, is at the senior prom. And my daughter, he was able to buy a couple tickets. Some of the seniors coupled together and got tickets for the juniors. So my daughter is also at prom tonight. It is finished, and we have a new heavyweight champion of the world, JJ. Is there 75 of you still watching? Everybody, if you haven't yet, please hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Ring that bell so you're notified whenever I post a new video or when I go live, like we're going to go live again here in just 43 minutes for Ryzen 16 MMA from Japan on Fight.tv. If you want to support Fights with Friends, all the money from this month, I will make a video and I will be betting all my ad revenue and donations towards fights, trying to parlay my money. So if you want to donate in Super Chat, that would be greatly appreciated. If you are on the United States, and you want to see how you can help Fights with Friends, I do work hard. We have a very active community here. I would like to keep it going. If you go to paypal.me/fights with friends, if you have a PayPal, any donations would be greatly appreciated. Andy is the second. What's up, Ernest? He's the second Mexican heavyweight champion. Both men Ruizes, though. John Ruiz was the first. John Cruiserweight. No, John Ruiz was a heavyweight because he fought Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. won the heavyweight championship from John Ruiz. I think I put in the wrong letter. That's paypal.me. AJ will eat Ruiz for breakfast. Ryan, you just missed it. Andy Ruiz just knocked out Anthony Joshua, and he's the new heavyweight champion of the world. Andy Ruiz ate Anthony Joshua for breakfast. I'm going to have to look that up. John Ruiz, I thought John Ruiz was of Mexican descent. AJ's defeat of Ruiz Jr. is not an actual defeat. He deliberately lost. All of us there is an element of gambling. AJ has offered 1 minute 33 for Ruiz Jr. All right, Scott F. So he was Mexican-American. So, there you go, history. The first Mexican heavyweight champion in the history of the world, Andy Ruiz Jr. Another bit of history that we've seen tonight. Absolutely incredible. Still like to see Joshua versus Fury, says D. Brett. Well, first we're going to see John Ruiz Jr. versus Anthony Joshua in a rematch, most likely in England, because they have an immediate rematch that is mandated by contract. All right, Boxing MMA 365 says be back for the live stream. All right, I will see you in about 50 minutes. Yes, and Alexander Gustafsson retired today. One of the biggest upsets today in UFC light heavyweight history, I would say. Anthony Smith choked out number 2 light heavyweight Alexander Gustafsson in the 4th round. Alexander Gustafsson retired, put his gloves in the cage. My many times co-host, Dutch guy of MMA Newsroom, he is over there in Stockholm, so he witnessed that live. Can't wait to hear Tyson Fury comment on this. Oh my God, I'm sure he is blowing up Twitter. I'm actually going to go to Twitter right now. If you want to comment, share videos, anything with the Twitter community. Guys, if you're looking for another way to help out the community, I would love you forever if you follow me over on Twitter. It is just at Fights W Friends. If you're not signed up for Twitter, there's a huge MMA community there. They have a hashtag MMA Twitter where I interact with a lot of actual UFC fighters. And that's actually how I'm able to get some interviews on this show. Gus was Dutch guy's favorite fighter. Bet he is. Oh, yeah. I wonder if he's emailed me. I should email him. How was the fight? No, I won't. I won't, though. I'll follow you on Twitter. Thank you, Boxing MMA 365, and I will give you a follow back. Yes, and definitely follow Billy Hughes at AKA 411. If you give me a follow over on Twitter, I will definitely follow you back as well. So, and we also have a private Facebook group, Fights with Friends. What is public now as we're getting new people? It will be private eventually, most likely. Just 48 of you so far. Michael, Pauly, Billy have been very helpful in that. Let me see if I can put out the link for that. Thank you, Boxing365. And for some reason, it is not letting me post the link to my Facebook group again. I am not sure why. At least from my mobile phone. I'm going to go here on my PC real quick. Don't forget, guys, we're just letting some time go down as we get ready for Ryzen 16. Make sure and go to fight.tv. You can use Billy Hughes code to get a $10 credit. It's a $19.99 pay-per-view on fight.tv. There is the card up right there. But as people are coming in, I'm going to switch back to the boxing, because that's what we definitely want to soak in. One of the greatest upsets in the history of the heavyweight division. And guys, I got to tell you, this entire crowd is still in shock. Still in shock and oops. And let's see if I can put up the link now. Yes, thank you, Billy. Use Billy's code. That's going to get you a $10 credit on Fight TV. It's also going to help out Billy. Join us on a Facebook group if you want to follow us on Facebook. And I can be a little more liberal with what I do in live streams and posting videos, hint, hint, on Twitter and Facebook. So as those crowds continue to grow, I will start posting and going live on those avenues as well. Use Billy's code 9GOVYDP to get a $10 credit on Fight TV. And if anything, do it to help out Billy Hughes. He's helped out this channel so much. I would really appreciate it if you guys went over to fight.tv just for him. It won't cost you anything. You don't have to give him any pay information. I believe it might just be on the app. But I would greatly appreciate if you helped him out. It'll get you a $10 credit, and it'll help Billy get that pay-per-view. What's up, D Brown says, amazing job tonight. See you in a bit. Catch you on Ryzen. Nice, I will see you there. Looking forward to the blizzard in the UK between AJ and ARJ. All right, guys, and through the Ryzen stream, yeah, it's on the Fire TV app code. Oh, nice. All right. Oh, Fight TV app. Oh, so you can do it on the Fight TV app. Beautiful. Beautiful. And as we're talking now, I'm going to order the fight right now and let you know, because sometimes you get a little bit of a credit back, too, when you order a fight. Fight TV, I really like them. They've done very well for me, and I get pretty much all the fights for free because you guys are so freaking awesome. Also on Fight TV, if you don't want to use that $10 credit towards Ryzen 16, guys, June 22nd, 5 p.m. Pacific, Bare Knuckle FC comes back. as Chris Lieben takes on Brendan Ward, and former boxing world champion Paulie Malignaggi takes on former UFC veteran Artem Lobov. 32 minutes away, guys. And I am buying and confirming the purchase of Ryzen 16 right now. And the trailer is coming on right now. They're showing highlights of Tenshin Nasukawa. If you have not watched Ryzen before, guys, think of Pride FC. You have kicks and knees to the head of a down opponent. All rounds are scored, or all fights are scored as a whole, not round by round. And like I said, use that code. There are a ton of things on Fight TV to use. Absolute. If you're not gonna stay up for Pride, they have Brave. That is a great promotion. Most of those, I believe, are like $5.99. So that $10 is going to get you a free there. They have a ton of wrestling if you're into wrestling. They have boxing, guys. They have so much. Let me put the link up in the description here. And then I'm actually going to bring up the Fight TV app or screen here in a minute so you guys can see everything I'm talking about. There's the link right there. All you have to do is click that link and put in Billy's promo code. Get him a couple bucks there, and let's check out Fight TV real quick. If you're interested in more boxing, if you're interested in MMA, they really have a lot of content. Maybe the most content on the internet, to be honest. So here we go. Like I said, $10 free credit there from Billy. Let's check out the schedule. Ryzen 16 in just 30 minutes. It's $19.99. If you want to watch pro wrestling, ROH from Portland, Oregon, that's $9.99. You're going to get that for free. Also, Uncharted Territory for free, $9.99. Modern Fighting Championship on Friday. Pays for most of it. Bare Knuckle Boxing, Jimmy Sweeney versus Edgar Puerta next Saturday at noon. That's $15. Glory of Heroes, Kickboxing, and MMA. That $9.99 credit. Guys, it's going to get you a ton of free fights. And it's free to use. And you help out Billy. And there you go. You just hit that share on social media. You can hit copy, you can share it to Facebook or Twitter afterwards, and you can continue to get yourself more credits. Billy, why don't you post that code also on Twitter? I also will post your code on Twitter to try to make sure that we get you that last $10. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching History with me. Get the fook out of here. No links. Get a life, dude. All right, I'm going to copy that right now, Billy, and I'm going to post that to my Twitter. Also, to our Facebook, not just my group, but my personal Facebook. And see if we can find one person. If we don't get it now, we can try once the fight starts on the next stream too. What's up, Rodney? Well, no is going to win, but Ruiz has a chance to catch him and KO him. If AJ isn't taking this fight serious, I hope Ruiz pulls off an upset. Rodney, Andy Ruiz Jr. just pulled off the upset, and he is the new heavyweight champion of the world. He knocked out Anthony Joshua in the 7th round, floored him 4 times. Rodney War Eagle. Andy Ruiz Jr. is the first Mexican heavyweight champion in the history of the world. And I cannot say I'm not surprised, but definitely surprised. Yes, use the code to get that $10 credit. That's up there. I'm going to cut this stream for now. Viva Mexico, says Nigel. Man, is that going to be a marketable dude for as long as he has that strap around his waist. I mean, he's going to have Corona, Modelo. Did the over or under win? Oh, it would have been the over, because the over-under for rounds was 6 rounds, 7. I forgot about that. The better T-Series, Andy Ruiz Jr. pulled off one of the biggest upsets in heavyweight history, knocking out Anthony Joshua in the 7th round. Knocked him down twice in the 3rd. First, Anthony Joshua knocked Ruiz down in the 3rd. Ruiz came back, knocked Joshua down twice in the 3rd, had him stunned. Joshua never got his legs back underneath him. In the 7th round, Ruiz came on again, flooring Joshua twice, the 2nd time knocking him through the ropes, causing the referee to stop the fight and crown Andy Ruiz Jr. the first Mexican heavyweight champion in heavyweight boxing history. All right, guys, like I said, I will be back in just 35 minutes for Ryzen 16. How fast are boxing rounds? Seem very fast. 3 minutes. 3-minute rounds, 1 minute in between. So about half of an MMA round. Come back in 35 minutes when we go live for Ryzen 16, guys. The return of Pride, Japanese MMA, and kickboxing and Thai boxing. It's MMA with legal kicks and knees to the head of a down opponent. All fights are scored as a whole and not round by round. Oh, you meant how long? It was the 7th round. 3-minute rounds, and it ended in the 7th round. And yellow cards are handed out for stalling, which means they penalize fighters monetarily and possibly on the scorecards for stalling. They like to keep the action going. In Japanese MMA there at Ryzen, and it is inside of a ring and not a cage, all on Fight TV. And follow us here on Fights of Friends for the live fight companion. Until then, I'm going to go. I'm going to start promoting this on Twitter and Facebook. Begin my promotion for the next 30 minutes. And actually, I will see you guys in 23 minutes. Be going live again. Until then, as always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses in 23 minutes.